Hello, welcome to the fourth edition of Ask Austin. If you've seen my videos in the past, welcome back. If you're new, my name is Austin Hart. I'm a financial advisor with Raymond James. The purpose of these videos is just to share some common questions I get asked, as well as talk about some hot topics that might be in the news and share my thoughts on those. So far we've covered, the first week we covered tax reform. There was potential impact on 401k pre-tax contributions that was being proposed. Ultimately, that did not get put in the final draft of the tax reform bill, so we don't have to worry about that. Week two, we talked about the basics of being a stockholder, what it means to own part of a company, and the benefits of that, as well as the differences between a dividend and a capital gain. And then last week we hit on a very hot topic, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. I'm sure you've heard of it or at least know something of it. If not, feel free to look at my video last week. We talked about some of the risks, some of the things that you need to consider when looking at putting some money into Bitcoin. So we'll stop with the review of the past few weeks. Again, if you do want to take a look at those videos, please feel free to leave any questions you might have. I'd be more than happy to answer them. Today we're going to talk about the most common question I get asked. Somebody sitting in front of me in my office looking to find a financial advisor, looking to invest some money, looking for some guidance on a retirement plan. The question is, why do I need you? Why do I need a financial advisor when I can go online and do it myself? It's a very valid question, and we're going to talk about what it means to invest online, what it means to use a non-human financial advisor, and what it means to use me or any other financial advisor. So a non-human financial advisor, or the term robo-advisor, allows you to go online and key in your information, your age, your investment tolerance in terms of, are you going to be conservative? Can you be more risky with your investments? How much money you currently have, how much money you're going to be able to put away. All the main questions, the same questions that I would ask you if you were sitting in front of me today. Now, what happens? You put in that information, poof, out comes a number based on an algorithm, and it gives you an investment style, investment profile, and that's what it's going to invest in. Now, as time goes on, depending on market trends, depending on changes in your situation, those things are going to change. As you get closer to retirement, obviously, you're going to start becoming more conservative, and if anything changes, lifestyle changes, more children, a big raise at work, home purchase, car purchase, things like that, you can key those things in and it'll make adjustments on the fly as time goes. Now, again, I mentioned it's a non-human financial advisor, so you don't deal with an individual. It's all done on a computer. So what if you have any questions and want to speak with somebody? Well, you can do that. They will have an 800 number you call, and somebody in the United States presumably will answer the phone, and you ask a question, they can share whatever guidance they can share. So what are the benefits? Well, the biggest benefit, and this is going to be the main question that you get, well, of course it's going to be less expensive to have a human, less expensive to have a computer do the work than a human. So that's the biggest benefit and why people kind of flock that way, especially my generation. I'm technically a millennial. So we're seeing a lot more millennials, younger generations going towards that route. And, it makes sense because most millennials have lived their entire life with at least having internet access and now smartphones. So everything's at your fingertips. It can be done easily. And that's why, it's become a more popular trend. Now, what don't you get with the robo-advisor? So let's do a hypothetical here. So you have a robo-advisor, you go online, you key in all that information, it's doing the investment for you. Let's say 5 years down the road, everything's going great, you're making money, there haven't been any problems, nothing's changed in your life, so everything's been the same. You have the question, well, do I have enough that I should be able to buy a new car? Your car's 10 years old, you're done paying it off, you've kind of got that itch because you just got a $10,000 raise at work. Can I afford to buy a new car? Does it make sense? Well, you don't really have anybody to bounce that off of. Can you? Well, I'm sure you can. That would be a decision that you can make on your own. Now, if you were to work with an advisor like myself, you would pick up the phone and make the phone call and say, okay, let's look at what you have. Does it make sense for you to buy a car? Do you have enough money? Well, the answer might be, well, yeah, based on what we've talked about, you do have the money. That's not going to put you too far back, but these are some things you need to consider. So you're getting the human interaction and a different opinion, somebody to bounce some things off of, and some things that you might not think of, something that I might think of because of doing this on a daily basis and seeing some of the impacts that a big car purchase or a big home purchase or a change in lifestyle might have on an investment goal. So that's really where you're going to see the difference between having a financial advisor and a robo-advisor. And one of the biggest things that you're not going to get with a robo-advisor is a holistic look at your overall investment goal. We're not just looking at your investments. We're not looking at just your money that you have saved currently and what you're anticipating to have when you retire. It's looking at all the different things that go into living and your life and your budget and things like that. Are you going to save for your children? Do you want to leave a legacy for your children? Do you want to leave a legacy for your grandchildren? Do you need to make adjustments on on your taxes? Do you want to be, as you near retirement, do you want to be more charitable? Do you want to give to, local charity and make that a big part of your legacy? Those are things that you have when you deal with a human, when you deal with myself, instead of having an online portfolio where it changes based on an algorithm, it punches the numbers out, and poof, there it is. So, does it make sense to have a robo-advisor? For some, it will. It really will, and that's a question that you have to ask yourself. So that's something that we would answer in an initial meeting. There's nothing wrong with raising that question if you meet with a financial advisor. Ask them all those questions. Those are important things to understand before you work with a financial advisor. What am I getting by working with you, and what am I missing if I don't work with you? So those are some things to ask, and I would really encourage you to go online and just type in robo-advisor. You're going to find many different platforms out there. Put in your information, see how it goes. It's free for you to take a look at the process. There's going to be videos explaining what it means to use a robo-advisor, and it's going to be pretty informative. I would encourage you to go out and do that and see what your thoughts are on it. And then I would also encourage you, if you haven't yet sat in front of a financial advisor, or even if you have, sit in front of a financial advisor and just kind of use it as an interview. Find out, are my goals and am I thinking in the right sense? Do I feel comfortable with where I'm going to be in 30 years? Or am I comfortable retiring in 5 years? Those are some questions that you should definitely ask. And, it's not going to hurt just to sit and evaluate what you're currently doing. So I would really encourage you to do both. Take a look online if you've never done that before, and then I would definitely sit in front of a financial advisor and find out what they have to offer and find out if that would be a good fit for you. That's all I have for you today. Hopefully I answered some questions, shared a little bit about what it means to have a human interaction as a financial advisor, what it means to use a non-human interface in robo-advising, and hopefully it made you think a little bit. And I really do encourage you to take a look at what it means to use a robo-advisor online, try it out, and then I'd also consider just sit in front of an advisor and see what they have to say, and the very least, you'll learn a little bit about where you are in terms of your goals and where you want to be. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching each week. I look forward to sharing more as the weeks come. If you have any questions, please do share in the comments. Feel free to ask me, send me a message. I'd be more than happy to answer any questions that you have. And if you do want to sit in front of me and ask those questions, please do. I'd be more than happy to sit in front of you, share a little bit about what we do in more detail, and you can share a little bit about your investment goals and ultimately where you want to be. So thanks again for watching. I look forward to talking to you next week. Have a great day.